reminiscing back to when GA's General Assemblies used to be held uh, right over by the KGW Square in that brick area. I forgot the
Oh, you
name.
mean Pioneer Square?
Thank you, Pioneer Square. It evaded me. You would think, after living here, I'd remember exactly where it was. I remember when GAs were being held at Pioneer Square and people were using the megaphones in order to speak and be heard. And occasionally you would have the option and the liberty to uh, be able to use a microphone as it was lended, or a small little microphone system. Um, and, you know, one of the major things that really, you know, comes to mind right now is when Justin Bridges was beaten by the police. Because really, that's what it was. It was a full-on assault when the camps got raided, and
That's a horrifying amount of footage.
yeah,
Watching them hit him on the back.
yeah,
He's still in a wheelchair the last time I saw him.
yeah. He is still wheelchair bound.
He was our sign language interpreter at the GA,
Yep.
and he's a musician. Um, yeah, nobody nobody will forget. Anybody who's seen the footage or saw it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, he came out. That was the first time we'd seen him in a while, huh?
Yeah. In fact, the night before that assault took place, I was on the corner on the opposite side of the street, Kitty Corner, on Fourth and Madison, passing out candles in support of the vigil, in support of the Occupy movement attempting to be kicked out of the squares. That was almost a year ago.
Oh, the vigil. Are you talking about the November? Now,
No, I'm talking about when we originally got kicked out of
hmm
Chapman and Lonsdale.
yeah, and there were 10,000 people here,
Mm-hmm.
maybe as low as six.
No, it was
Um,
closer to 10.
okay, and there were interfaith chaplains,
Mm-hmm.
people who were representing, and some people in uh, full like robes and different, a rainbow
Mm-hmm.
of different
Different
kinds of
face.
faiths, and it was beautiful. You guys were walking around with candles in paper.
Mm-hmm.
Looks kind of like that. That must make you. And there were so many of them, and as this was happening, I watched the reporters ignore it completely.
Mm-hmm.
Not any of them stopped and went, "Look at how beautiful this is." There's thousands of people. There's people telling their stories.
Mm-hmm.
There's chaplains holding their candles, and oh, they were filming rocks and saying we were stockpiling them as weapons.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the news was doing while these chaplains were walking around with their candles. So how many people had candles?
Um, Couple thousand. I don't remember off the top of my head the actual number,
It was beautiful.
but from what I remember myself, another gentleman by the name of Bao Vuong, who was also instrumental in uh, day one occupation, setting up the movement itself and getting information linked up between different sections of the movement itself, from medical to legal and so forth. Um, uh, Remember doing transportation runs um, for various reasons, mainly for food and supplies, and he was one of the guys that kept that going. Um,
Hmm. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Well, yeah, so we're going to have this cart occupation here on the sidewalk, and we'll have information for the public, and um, that is something that 60's working on. You know Mr. 60, right?
Yeah.
He's been calling people to come and support everybody who went to court today for the discovery motions, and that was going to be the last time that we had a large group, but it looks like they'll be doing another one July 6th.
Mm-hmm. Thank God. Now think about it. If I remember correctly, you yourself made a couple different appearances at city council on Wednesday.
Not this one.
No, no, I'm saying within the past, back in like
Mm-hmm.
November, December.
Mm-hmm. I gave him the what for.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, I hadn't met Colonel,
yeah. You hadn't met.
and he was right before me. And right after that, I had met him, and I said, you know, I saw you were supposed to be talking like right before me. And did you hear me? And he said he hadn't, because he left right after. But I went back and I watched him. I really want to go find the tape where he did a prayer for his whole 3 minutes. Were you there for that?
No, I was not.
Well, see, my favorite part is that when his 3 minutes were over, he knew it would be over. I tell everybody the minutes are over, and it was kind of, you know, the prayer is going to be. I mean, I know he does prayer for prayer's sake, but he also he goes, you know, Sam Adams was telling everybody that they had to stay to their 3 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, but he was giving more time to his buddies, you know, people who are coming to city council more often, or
Mm-hmm.
you know, so he's obviously perturbed by us, and here's Colonel running out of his 3 minutes, and right before that he says, and now I'd like to say a prayer to the earth. And Sam Adams is like, but Mr. Whatever, you know, we were running out of time and I'm sorry. But and Colonel says, you don't have time for a prayer to the earth? I have to get him on here to tell that because he says it so much better when he tells me what he said. I always have him say, like, every time I just can picture Mayor Adams, like,
That's just a
not,
hilarious
because he
uproar.
doesn't handle things very well. It's easy to catch him off guard, and
Yep.
he's kind of like a substitute teacher. Like, I mean, it's like, it's almost too fun. You
Wow.
know, I feel a little guilty, but no, I want to work with Mayor Adams. I think that there's, you know, you can't be any influence if you guys are, if people are enemies. Putting sanctions on somebody, on a country, you know, whatever, it doesn't work. You lose all.
Nameless.
I don't think anybody can see that. It's too bad.
That's kind of
He's
funny.
got a new walk. I'll tell you about sometime. Um, anyway, you don't have any influence. A country doesn't have an influence on another country that they are, you know, at war, or, well, it's influence, but you know, you only have influence over your friends.
Looks like he's occupying one of the bushes.
Really? God, I'm trying to get a bathroom key. The nearest bathroom has not been consistently open. Every time
No.
you walk 7 blocks down to the loo, and then you walk 12 blocks up to the next loo, and they're
Mm-hmm.
closed. They're supposed to be 24/7. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm working on trying to get access for everyone because
See
we
that?
don't want.
That's why you get a set of lockpicks.
Okay. Hello, hello, police.
You know,
I
right?
don't see. Yes, right. Every time we're on live stream, there's some cop watching.
I know.
Anyway, no,
Knowing
we're not
my
gonna
no,
pick your locks.
I know. Knowing my luck, though, I'll probably have Multnomah County's finest down there in my house.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's
Well,
that guy?
yeah. You say, oh, I'm
No.
former military. Thank you very much. I
I don't know
served
what you're
my
talking
country.
about. I'm disavowing any knowledge of that.
So
Yeah.
what were we talking about? Oh yeah.
Shiny. Object.
having to try to work with city council. On one hand, I'm really wanting to just, like I said, give them the what for. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to say I will never work with you. I will work against you. You're not redeemable.
Who I think it is?
George?
That guy looks a lot like Tad.
Mm-mm.
The guy in the
It's
gray
not.
coat. With the guy with the gray sweatshirt.
I can't see you. They can't see you, goofball. Come here. Come here.
You occupying the bushes over there?
Can we see you?
Maybe.
I can sort of see you now. You dummy. Hey, do it. Do it. You know what I want. Come on.